YouTube. Big up yourself for clicking on this video. It is your girl Chantel, and as you see from the title, we are going to be breaking down a clip from Mr. Louis Farrakhan. It is titled, "You Cannot Protect What You Can't Control." And he dropped a lot of bars in this little 2-minute clip right here that we're just gonna have to break it down. Before we do though, go ahead and hit the like button and double check that you're still subscribed to the channel. Let's take a listen, y'all.
You cannot protect what you cannot control. Wait now. Sisters, when I use the word control, that makes you upset sometimes because you don't want nobody to control you. But no man can protect what he cannot control.
And let me pause it right there real quick, because you would think that this is such a simple statement. As women, we wouldn't get too, triggered. But a lot of us do, myself included. I'm not even going to lie, because we get so caught up on a word. So we hear the word control and we're like, nah, no man is going to control me.
No.
But we fail to realize just how much of a contradiction we are when we say we want a man to protect us, but no man is going to control us. Because let's break it down, right? Let's look at the definition of protect. According to Google, if you type in protect in your phone, it says to keep safe from harm or injury, right? So if we say we want our men to protect, meaning that we want them to keep us safe from harm or injury, he's going to have to control us to keep us safe from said harm and injury. I mean, it's basic 2 + 2, you -1, you're supposed to get 3. But as I said, we get so caught up on the word control that we're like, nah, I'm strong, independent. I'm not going to let any man control me. But at the same time, we say black men not protecting us. Like it don't be making no sense sometimes when we talk, y'all. Like hopefully we can use our common sense moving forward. But let us continue.
Now, you don't have to be a control freak because she has a right to rebel against ignorance that masquerades itself in the form of a controller. I got to set a balance here. Otherwise, after this lecture's over, some nut is going to go home and say, see, I got to control what's going on up in here. But I say this, a woman will submit to you that allows them to see it, and they submit to it, then the wisdom is the controlling influence, not you personally.
Oh, so you see that part right there? That's bars. So basically, ladies, we are submitting to our man's wisdom, not necessarily our man. So it is upon us to choose a man who is wise, to choose a man who has wisdom, and then we submit to his wisdom, the God within him, whatever you want to call it. But too many of us can only see unwise men. We can only see men who don't be making logical decisions. We only see men who lead with their emotion. We see men who are basically feminine energy, myself included, never coming from a place of perfection, right? So when someone was to suggest, oh, you should submit to this kind of man right here, I couldn't see it because that kind of man, no disrespect, but ain't got no kind of wisdom. But what Mr. Farrakhan is saying is you don't necessarily submit to a man. So not any man, just because he got a buddy, don't mean he deserves your submission. It's a wise man that deserve your submission. That is bars right there. A wise man deserves your submission. A wise man is the only kind of man who should be controlling you, not those little chicken heads that run around thinking that just because they are a man, just because they were born with a penis, means that you as a woman should submit to them. Just like how, hear me now, just like how not because she was born with a womb don't make her wifey material, not because he was born with a penis don't make him the controller, right? That's bars right there. Let's continue.
Listen, please. See, truth is above everybody. So you can't say I'm the boss. I am the boss in this house. Well, wait now. You're supposed to be, but on what basis? It's not your ability to knock your wife around. It must be on the basis of the wisdom that you have for the situations that arise in the relationship.
It is upon us women to choose wise men. Choose men. Shout out to Miss Crimson Cure, who provides the 4P: protection, procreation, problem solving, and another one, provision, I think. Shout out to Miss Crimson Cure. Y'all check her out so y'all can get the full message on that. It is upon us to choose wise men. If a man is not showing us that he can lead us, if a man is not showing us that he's a masculine man, an assertive man, a disciplined man, why we laying with him? And then we're gonna turn around and complain? That don't make no sense. That's our fault. We lay with the dusty and then we're gonna complain that the dusty be dustying? Nah.
1 week in a
Come on, man. You don't know better than that as a crew person. Come on, man.
Come on, man, ladies. We should know better than that. Again, as I said, I'm not saying there ain't no feminine men around, because trust me, I have encountered a few. But we just need to learn how to not expect masculinity from feminine energy men. That's how we set ourselves up for failure. We be expecting wisdom from unwise men. We expecting leadership quality from these, I don't know, what do you want to do, 50-50 energy kind of men. My mama come first because all her life she have to fight kind of men. No. Be careful now. Let's continue.
And if you both are angry, don't bother.
Emotion.
Because she ain't listening to nothing you're saying. And the decibels that get louder and louder, and like, well, okay, you're screaming, you're hollering, and I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. So when anger subsides, then reason can grow in a house. You can never settle an argument where the male ego is involved if you as a woman don't know how to handle the male ego.
That's fine.
That's why he lives in your mouth like a dentist, because you rip him apart.
Shout out to Bella Rings. The first conversation, I'm always saying this, the first conversation I've ever had with Bella, she said that we do not understand masculinity. As ladies, too many of us, because we were raised in a matriarchy, we were raised, or single mama raised us, myself included, we do not know how to handle a man's ego. So sometimes we feel as though we have to match them, especially in arguments. We feel as though we have to go head to head with them and our masculine side come out. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. He would always say, put your dick up, right? We do not know how to handle a man's ego. So we think that, okay, a shouting match, a screaming match, being petty. But no, that's when we tap into our femininity. Y'all go follow Bella Rings. She touched on that. When you tap into your femininity, that's how you deal with a man's ego. But let's continue.
With your tongues. You see his weakness, and then you beat him up. And he can't handle that. You're driving him out of your house into the arms of a strange woman who he don't have to live with. He just have fun with and leave. And usually that's what he wants, fun and leave, not responsibility. Boy, this is a tough lecture.
No, he dropped a lot of bars right there. And shout out to the TikTok content creator who posted his videos. That was a lot of bars. I learned a lot from it. Big takeaway from this video was the whole concept of, the wisdom. You're submitting to a man's wisdom, not necessarily him just being a man. Because especially in this like red pill space, the manosphere, a lot of men will come on and be like, oh, well, women are supposed to submit and women are supposed to fall in line and obey and all these things. And then when you look at those men, like, they don't really have any wisdom. They don't have anything for a woman to submit to. But on the flip side, a lot of these all my life I gotta fight kind of hyenas talking about, oh, a man has to show his masculinity before. But when you look at her, she ain't got no kind of femininity. This is why I encourage y'all to work on yourself, right? Focus on yourself. Men, focus on your get in your bag and your masculinity. You know, there are a lot of male channels that talk about that. And women, focus on being feminine, focus on being the best version of yourself, and hopefully you will attract someone who is doing the same. Again, it's your girl Chantel. Thank you all so much for pulling up for this clip. This was an interesting video. We reacted to the great Louis Farrakhan. You can't protect what you can't control. Ladies, you cannot be saying that a man is not protecting you, and at the same time you gonna complain and say, oh, no man can control you. It just don't make no sense. All right. And remember, over here we use our common sense.
We don't do that here.
Hit the like button, y'all, and double check that you are still subscribed to the channel. It is your girl Chantel. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Take care.